Content writing is such a trendy career, but there are so many myths surrounding it. Well, this is because a lot of people have very limited idea about content writing and are not very familiar with the core essentials of it. So guys, in this video, we are going to be busting some myths about content writing. But before we go ahead, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to IIM Skills. The first myth that we are going to bust is that great speakers make good content writers. Do you remember in school where your teacher encouraged you to learn new words every day? Well, that is an excellent way to increase your vocabulary base. But is that going to make you a good content writer? Absolutely not. So I'm going to give you a classic example of great leaders and businessmen or influential people making good speeches. Well, they may be really good orators, but do you think that they have written these speeches themselves? Well, maybe some of them really did, but most of them would require the help of a professional content writer to write a powerful speech for them. Guys, content writers have an excellent combination of skills and tools. If you are a beginner, one of the best ways to be a content writer is to take a professional course, and you can really work towards having these skills and tools which will someday make you a professional in your field. Now, the next myth is a very common myth, and that is content writing is only related to blog writing, website writing or writing for articles, which is so wrong because content writing is a vast umbrella and these are just terms that come under content writing. Guys, content writing also includes social media writing, business writing, email writing, PR writing, writing for newsletters, writing for white papers, and the vast list just goes on, right? So content writing is just so diverse. That is why they say that there is so much scope in content writing, because once you get the knack of content writing, you will be able to explore different options that come under the vast umbrella of content generation. The next myth that we have to bust is that the length of the article doesn't matter. Well, according to statistics or according to a study that was recently conducted, it said that an article of 2,500 words is best for SEO ranking. But does that mean that Google is going to rank all articles which are 2,500 words and above? Of course not. If your article is full of grammatical errors and mistakes, or if your article doesn't really have quality content, if it doesn't really have a purpose or it doesn't answer any questions that people have, then there are very high chances of your article not ranking on Google. Another thing is that your article should have a very high readable score. So if you think that fancy words is going to help you rank your article, then you need to think again, because fancy words and complex sentences are best limited to magazines and newspapers. But if you want to write content online, and especially if you are targeting blogs and articles, then your content should be very simple, crisp, clear and to the point. Such kind of articles are best for engagement and they connect very well with your target audience. So make sure that you use simple and easy to understand language. The next myth is that only someone with vast experience in a particular industry can write about it. This is so wrong, because the truth is that seasoned content writers are able to write so flawlessly because they are experts in researching. So guys, especially if you are a freelancer, you should consider working with different companies, and that would be possible only by researching well. So when you research well, you are able to structure your article properly, and you would also be able to produce original and unique content. The next myth that we are going to address is that content writers aren't well paid. This is just so wrong, because especially if you are a freelancer, you will have the freedom to work with different companies. And if the content that you produce is quality and it is original, then you can be assured that you are going to be flooded with offers and you can make great money. There are content writers who are experts in a particular field. For example, you have content writers who only write about aviation, or there are content writers who only write about technology. With time, these content writers become experts in their fields and they possess so much knowledge that they are flooded with offers, and companies want to seek their expertise and their opinion and write for them. So you can imagine the amount of money these expert content writers make. So if you want to be an expert in a particular field, then of course you can do that by starting out and researching well about that particular topic, by producing frequent articles and blogs about them, and eventually with time, with hard work and dedication, you will definitely reach that place where you will be considered a master of that field. The next and the last myth that we are going to bust is that content writing is only affiliated to the English language. Well, this is a big misconception because there is demand for regional language content writers as well. So if you are somebody who is able to write well, you're articulate, you're creative, and you're able to master that particular language, then you should definitely go ahead and consider pursuing a career as a regional language content writer. So these were some of the content writing myths that were busted. I hope you now have a fair and better idea of what content writing is. If you liked the video, please go ahead and like, share and subscribe to IIM Skills.